Yeah, I mean, speaking of a proper country, I forgot to put it up here, but there's a city in Tennessee who apparently banned homosexuality, like public homosexuality.
Mhm.
What
But
does that
then,
even mean?
but then when you, because well, people were saying, oh, you can't be gay out in public. It's like, no, you can't. You can't just start like kissing out in public. You can't be
Mhm.
kissing in the city. It's not just gay. It's like, yeah, LGBTQ is part of that, but it's not. That's the main. Hey, hey, you two can't be sucking dick to get. Come on,
In
Mhm.
public?
yeah,
Okay, so first of all, June is over. Stop being gay. Right?
yeah,
That's number 1. And number 2, I think technically, like, the city ordinance is it's supposed to be against, like, overt displays of affection, and
yeah,
they're clarifying that this also applies to you you AIDS carriers. This isn't just
right,
it isn't just for us God-fearing people, it's for you guys too. Um,
yeah.
and third, I'll be honest, I'm actually pretty surprised that this happened in Murfreesboro. So for people that are not familiar with it, that's where MTSU is, Middle Tennessee State. So it's a
Mm,
big college town. MTSU is a huge school. Like, it may, you may not be thinking, oh, well, that ain't an SEC school, so it don't even exist. Well, that is
right.
true. But I mean, MTSU's got something like 60,000 enrollees. This is a big school, big state school. So it's a big college town, and you just wouldn't think of a big college town to be the kind of place where something like that would like you totally expect that in Memphis, Nashville, Knoxville. You wouldn't expect that in basically anywhere else in the state of Tennessee. Um, but I don't know. That's what happened. So int- interesting that they went there, and I'm sure there'll be a big challenge. Oh, look at that chonker.
Yeah, and I also lied. I actually did have it here. Whoops. For
Wow.
some reason, I thought I didn't have it, but I actually do. So yeah, a city in Tennessee banned public homosexuality, and we all missed it.
What,
Oh,
Mr.
I'm here
A
for
city
it.
in Tennessee is using a recently passed ordinance essentially prohibiting homosexuality in public to try to ban library books that might violate the new rules. Murfreesboro
Mhm.
passed an ordinance in June banning indecent behavior, including indecent exposure, public indecency, lewd behavior, nudity, or sexual conduct.
What do you have to say about that, Misha? She's just purring.
Oh, okay.
So no comment. She has no comment.
This is going to end up being one of those things where all they banned is the children's section of the library can't have porn, and you can't like, okay, sexual predators, you can't literally abduct children in broad daylight. That's probably what the ordinance says, and this website's going to paint it to be anti-LGBTQ, which kind of says something about LGBTQ if it was me, but I don't know.
Anyone who violates the new ordinance is barred from hosting public events or selling goods and services at public events for 2 years. Anyone who violates the ordinance in the presence of minors is barred for
Mhm.
5 years. So, what do you think about that, Mr. Allen?
I mean, I don't know. The actual penalties are relatively loose for what the ordinance literally says. I mean, if you're nude and doing sex acts in public, I'm pretty sure you ought to get something a little bit stiffer than a couple of year ban or 5 years if there's minors around. I think you should probably just be, I don't know, tarred and
Get,
feathered
get
and
your
have
like
a.
get your dick chopped off or something?
Well, they're into that. Don't
Oh yeah,
offer them a good time. Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, I
What
forgot
if
Um,
they're into being tarred and feathered?
Well, you didn't let me finish. Once they're tarred and feathered, you tie them to a really heavy rock and throw them in the Tennessee River. But
Ooh.
They might be into that too.
I've always wanted to die in the Tennessee River. This was just
yeah,
perfect.
well, at least we found common ground.
Yeah, common ground and killing people.
But and the other thing is too is that
It's not a good
what no
podcast.
matter who does or doesn't challenge it, or no matter where it goes from there, it's still going to end up being one of these situations where there will be a loud minority who doesn't even live in Murfreesboro who's going to get super upset and want to make it an issue, while the people in Murfreesboro who are probably like, yeah, this is fine, we're good with this.
Yeah.
That's how it always happens. There'll be an activist group from California that'll want to challenge it in a Murfreesboro court in Tennessee, because they just can't go on living knowing that people in another part of the country live differently than them.
Just all those gays and lesbians just go in one. Just go to one area. Just go to one state that you like to go, California
Or
Mhm.
Oregon.
or Oregon. Just move there, and everybody else get the fuck out. Get out of there. Let all the gays and lesbians do all the sucking and fucking they
All right,
want to
stop it. Weird.
do all they want to do over there, and pass as much AIDS as you want.
But the thing is like
Sorry.
if those people knew that the majority of their neighbors in Murfreesboro felt that way about them, then why wouldn't they want to leave? Why would they want to continue to? Why would you want to move to a place that was diametrically opposed to your views?
Because it's cheaper.
It,
That's
I would
probably
know you.
why.
Well, I mean, if you were moving to Tennessee because it's cheaper, you wouldn't go to Murfreesboro.
Oh, really? I guess.
Like I
I guess
said,
that
it's like
plan's out the window.
Yeah, I know.
yeah. I mean, it's not. I mean, there's a lot of other places in Tennessee that are a lot cheaper than that. Like I said, if you're going to move to a red state, why would you move to a blue county in a red state? That's crazy. I wouldn't do that.
Is that a blue county?
It's too blue. Rutherford County. I mean, just the fact that I mean, Murfreesboro is one of the bigger cities in Tennessee. So, I mean, if you're going to move to Tennessee for what you perceive to be the advantages of moving to Tennessee, of which there's plenty, like I
Yeah.
wouldn't live in Nashville, I wouldn't live in Memphis. I mean, you would
No,
die
yeah,
in Memphis.
not
Memphis
Memphis.
is no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't die in Memphis. I wouldn't live in Nashville. So Murfreesboro is not far off. Like I said, it's a big. So if you wanted to live in a college town, yeah, sure, you could do that. But I mean, I don't want to. I'm
So
38. I don't want to live in a college town.
so Knox County.
It's where Knoxville is, and they're blue. You don't want to live there.
Really? I thought the mayor of Knox County was Kane.
Yeah, the mayor of Knox County is Kane, and he sure as shit ain't the mayor of Knoxville.
Yeah.
So
confusing.
but even with that, like if you wanted to live in East Tennessee and you wanted to have the foothills of the Smokies be available to you, there's other places you could live very nearby and be 15 minutes down the road. I wouldn't live in Knoxville. I mean, this is the same thing as like if you told me, hey, I got a job in Nashville, we're moving over, I'd be like, that's really cool, but you're not going to live there, are you? Like you wouldn't want to do that. You'd want to live down here with me and drive to Nashville because you'd be like, holy shit, it's like $4,000 and $5,000 apartments up there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now we're just talking about Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You see what I did here?
this is the plan the whole time. We're gonna talk
The
about
South
Tennessee.
will rise again tonight on this
Yes.
show.